Well, today is going to be a joyous and a sad occasion, because this 1943 Savage No. 4Mk1 star is going to be fired for the first time. Recently out of grease, I've replaced the flip 300-600 yard sight with a vernier sight, a Mark I vernier sight, because I'm going to be shooting this rifle at long distance. We're going to be doing some tests with this rifle. Not today, but in this video we're just going to shoot this thing for the first time. But eventually in the future we will be shooting it for long range, because it's got a 2-groove barrel on it. Now I want to compare that 5-groove, that 2-groove, to a 5-groove No. 4 Mark II, 1955 for Zachary. I also want to compare it to a match-conditioned Lee Enfield Long Branch made in 1950. It was an armor build, free-floated, center blocked, and tricked right out. What's the real performance difference between a 2-groove and a 5-groove and a free-floated tuned rifle? Is there any real difference? No, the legend says that it is. There is a difference. However, today we're just going to test fire the Savage. Really beautiful, beautiful rifle. Look, I mean, look at the patina on this birch. A beautiful red Savage wood, and the parkerizing is just like this. It's the same formulation that they use on 1911s of the day. Flaming bombs and stuff to that, of that effect, and all Savage marked, all matching. Even the magazine is serial to the rifle. Stock isn't though, but it is all Savage marked. And so here we go. Let's fire her for the first time ever. It'll be a bit of a sad moment. Okay, break-in process. As you can see, I've got the brake cleaner out and cleaning her out in some patches. I'm going to put a patch down the bore for every round for the first 10 shots, and then a patch down the round every 5 shots thereafter. In the process, we're going to go through a zeroing exercise. But here we go. Manufactured in 1943, took its first shot in April 2015. I don't know where to laugh or cry. My boy's all grown up, even though this could be my granddad. There we go. First shot done. No longer a virgin. Let's do this again. More. Okay, after zeroing in at 25 meters, we took 5 rounds in the prone unsupported, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at 100 meters, and I had made some estimations on how I felt about how those rounds pulled off as to where they might be, and I did not call it correctly. I said that I figured these rounds clustered right here. Okay, so they clustered about 3 inches to the right of where I thought they would. Mean average point of impact seems to be right around this area here. So when we get out to about 200 meters, this is about right. So far as elevation is concerned, we want to be about 3 to 4 inches high at 100 meters for a 200 meter zero. At 200 meters, we should be clustering right around here. But this will be fine for 100. We may need to make a side adjustment to the to bring the group back to the left just a little bit. It'll be very obvious at 200 meters, so let's try it out at 200 meters. However, I got to put a few more patches to the barrel, clean it up. Now it's 1 patch for every 5 rounds. Here's our target at 200 meters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not the best target in the world, but hey, you know, it's the first time this rifle's ever shot in its whole life, so let's give it a break. We'll get this thing together and see what it can do. In the meantime, that's where we're at right now. Not bad for our first range session. Well, here we are at 100, standing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we got them all on paper at least. I like the Savage. I think it's going to be a great rifle. Got to break it in properly though. More to come. Stay tuned. The breakthrough process is not finished yet. I don't think until I probably put about 100 to 200 rounds through this rifle will the groups close in. We're getting about 8 inches at 200 meters, and we're getting about 4 to 5 inches at 100 meters. I think we can narrow that down to about 2.5 to 3 inches at 100 and maybe 5 inches at 200. That's a pretty reasonable expectation to be able to get from this rifle. However, the nuances with this rifle haven't been figured out yet. Every rifle is unique, and until I get those things figured out, we're not going to take this rifle out to long range, out to 500 meters, because that would simply be folly. That would be a waste of ammunition. We need to find out what this rifle likes, what it doesn't like, and the characteristics of this rifle before we can go out and do those kinds of things and expect success. So what did we learn today? Well, I'll tell you what I learned. Brand spanking new Lee Enfields, they need to be broken in. Even just working the action back and forth, it was not smooth. I'm not used to tight tolerances on a Lee Enfield. I'm used to Lee Enfields that have been, shot 5 to 10,000 rounds or more. I mean, they're sloppy, they're loose, and they're fast. This felt different. I mean, this is a new rifle, and it's going to take a little while before it gets that kind of comfortable, flow to it. It took a little while. It's still taking a while for the barrel to burnish, which means that maybe it's the milling process, maybe it's the barrel manufacturing process. However, those patches were coming out dirty, and it's going to take a little while for essentially the bullets to polish the bore, so that things don't foul so bad. So that's going to take a while. I figure it could take another 200 rounds before this rifle is going to be kind of where I think I'm going to be happy. Also, because it's a 2-groove barrel, there may or may not be more drag on the bullet. Very, very surprised that the group at 200 meters was as low as it was. It's still kind of centered around the point of aim, but it's a little bit lower than where I was expecting it to. So again, that'll be part of the bore polishing and burnishing process of breaking the barrel in. So I'm looking forward. This is new to me. Like, I know Lee Enfield's upside down and inside out, but up until now I've avoided 2-groove barrels. I really want to see what this thing can do, so I want to take care and attention to ensuring that I'm not doing something wrong that's going to deleteriously affect the rifle's ability to perform. A lot of people have these opinions on 2-groove barrels that outside of 300 meters they're no damn good. Well, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out for myself and put this rifle to the test. And we'll have to do for now. Thanks folks, until another time, we'll talk to you later. Rifle Chair signing off.